So how do you keep your kids safe and sound online? The number one thing most people miss is connections over controls. Instead of thinking about, oh my God, what can I prevent them from accessing on the internet? How can I put more controls? How can I monitor what they're doing? How can I monitor who they're speaking to? I don't know who they're speaking to. I'm really worried. All valid points and all things I talk about within my channel, but think first about how can I best connect with my kids? How can I build a relationship with my kid that we can build trust and safety? Hey, I'm CyberFareedah. I'm an award-winning Forbes 30 Under 30 internet safety expert, and my entire channel is about helping you understand how to keep your kids safe online. I mentioned in the beginning how connecting with your kid is more important than parental controls, and one of the best ways to start connecting with your kid is to actually connect with yourself, to heal yourself, to go on a healing journey, to heal your childhood wounds, your emotional wounds. It is so important to understand how can I be the best of myself so that I can give that to my kids, so I can create a safe space to my kids. Because if you cannot create a safe space with yourself, it's going to be so much more difficult, so much more challenging to create that safe space with your kid. And going to therapy, it does not have to be expensive. There's so many different options. There's not just one type of therapy. I mean, look, even yoga is a sort of therapy. Meditation, a sort of therapy. Reading certain books, listening to audiobooks, following certain accounts. I will list certain things down in the description. If you want me to, just comment below and say, hey, like, what's your favorite Instagram account for this? I can put it, or I can do a whole other video on it. I actually did do a whole video on that. You know what? I'm gonna put that in the comments. I'll put it in the pinned comments. It's called How Healing from Trauma Helps You Protect Your Kids Online. I'll put that, it'll be pinned in the comments. And if you have any questions about it, just let me know. Another way to protect your kids online is to have the internet safety conversation. Typically, when we think about conversations, we think that it has to be this one long, boring conversation, and every now and then you check in. No. When we're talking about internet safety conversations, we're talking about small, consistent bursts of conversations. So if there is a news story that happens, something happens, you start discussing internet safety with them. If there is something that you're worried about, or you heard a story in school, or someone else said something, then you can bring that up. And if you know that they're about to go on a platform because you approved of them to go on Instagram for the first time and they're so getting excited, you set up the account with them and show them here are the safety controls, here are the privacy controls, here are the security controls, all of that, so they can understand here are the things that I need to do to protect myself from other people who don't mean well for me. The reason why I mentioned connection over controls and healing before I even mentioned conversation is because you want to always have that as a foundation, because if you do not have open, honest, non-judgmental conversations with your kid, the conversation is not going to go how you want it. So you want to build trust, you want to build connection with them so that those conversations can go as well as it possibly can. Another way that you can protect your kids online is understanding. You do not have to be tech savvy. Before I say this, don't go you don't gotta be tech savvy, but understanding internet safety, security, and privacy. The foundations, the basics of it. You do not have to be tech savvy. This is where I come in. This is where my entire channel comes in, where I give you the inside scoop of what you should be aware of, what you should do, alerts. I have all of this for you. So as long as you're here with the community or with someone else's community, whatever it is, as long as you're staying aware about what's happening and then knowing exactly what to do, then you're totally good. But you need to know these type of things in order to keep your kids safe. Now seems like the best moment to say, make sure you're subscribed and you have your notifications on, because if you don't know when the content's being posted, then how are you going to know what to do? And the final and honestly most important way to keep your kids safe online is to ask for help, to seek out support and allow people to help you, and know that you do not have to do it alone. You do not have to be tech savvy, and you do not need to know it all. I know I just said you need to know security, safety, and privacy and whatever, but you don't need to know everything. It's just the foundations. What are tiny things that you need to do in your life in order to make sure your security is just that much more better? You do not have to be the most well-versed parent on earth about security and safety. It helps, but you do not have to be. If you need more support, meaning you need conversation starters, you need step-by-step exactly what to do for security and safety and privacy, you need a way to understand what's the newest news that's coming out there, what's the stories that are going on, what little prompts can I give to talk to my kids, how can I show my kids some security videos, especially my teens, and have them interact with and understand how to stay safe online. How can I ask questions to somebody who knows so that I can get support? All of that is available within the safekidsmovement.com. That is always the first link in the description of my video, safekidsmovement.com. You click that, you join the movement. You can join or leave at any time, but is there really to support you along your journey in the whole digital parenting world. Now, a bit ago, I talked about how you want to know internet safety, security, and privacy, and I made a video about how anything can be hacked. You may not know that, but your parental monitoring apps can be hacked, parental control apps, your monitors, your smart devices, your refrigerator, all of those can be hacked. So in this video that should be up right now, I show you exactly what to do to protect your most vulnerable technology from being hacked.